wonderful streamer and owner of PK, Edge.
Edger's in the chat.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, next match, here we go. Blaarg versus Loal, back to back.
So we've got
Back-to-back matches from Loal here. Definitely has a better chance to prove himself here, because going against Rocky, you know, being one of the best is
it's like I don't want to
definitely does him a disservice, because, you know, Loal had to work to get here. If you watched Ultimate Cup Charge, you will know that Loal definitely had to work for it. Really good player overall.
Mm-hmm. But definitely going to be an interesting showcase. Again, for those who are not aware from last year's Square One, Blaarg did make top 8 and in fact almost made top 4. Unfortunately going out to Doremy, who ended up placing 3rd. But even that set was, I believe, 10-8 in Doremy's favor. So yeah. Blaarg is no stranger to pulling upsets against many of the tier 1s here in Square One, and a lot of the scene's best. But again, given the difference between how Araki's been playing, I think Loal might be able to have a little bit more of a mental advantage, I think, for this matchup. So we're going to be having Loal on the left with Blaarg on the right, as we are now going into our match. Again, all of these 4 group stages are 1st to 7 sets. So... Alright, going to be intrigued to see how Loal's zone play differs a little bit from facing Blaarg, because I don't want to say Blaarg's not going to be sending as much pressure as Araki, but I think overall the APM might be slightly lower, and that might give Loal a couple more opportunities to be a bit greedy in scenarios where it might be able to pay off.
Mm-hmm.
Oop. I got a little bit of... I think latency on the servers, and some of the pieces look like they're going insanely fast.
Yeah,
but we promise that's
netcode. They are. No, wait, no, my bad. They are just playing insanely fast.
Well, that too. Oh boy.
All right. Yeah, Loal's board not working too hot here.
Blaarg could have a
Blaarg with the ulti, 68 attack ulti. My goodness.
Okay. I think Blaarg got mad that I was saying Araki was had a better mid-game APM. Was like, huh? I what now?
This is why you don't compare players.
Trust me, I always make that mistake, but I learned very quickly to correct myself.
Anyways, we are here. We are here in the middle, already in phase 3. I was about to say we're in the middle of phase 2, but we already switched to phase 3 pretty quickly. Blaarg is very close to the top of the board. I mean, so is Loal.
Doing a bit of 3-6 APM streams.
Ooh, a bit of a misdrop. Oh, misdrops on Loal's board. That's not too great, especially towards the top here. Has to do that S spin kick like several times. Bit of a netcode problem. It's okay.
I thought that was Loal just doing the calcing in their head of, okay, what do I need to get through with these zones? And
unfortunately, Blaarg just sent too much attack, and Loal just did not have the right board state to deal with that.
And I think, yeah, Blaarg with 143 just per minute, I think they might have a bit of a faster stride than Araki's been previously showing, which I guess will help keep up the continuous damage on their end and really put a damper on Loal's ability to do much else. And again, normal early phase 1 things. Well, maybe not with that S misdrop.
Yeah, that S misdrop is towering over the misdrop after misdrop. Very close to the top of the board. No. Yeah, it's just not going to be enough.
I shouldn't have said anything. Well, there's the strides, and unfortunately for Loal, there's the misdrops as well. So Blaarg gonna take their second for the set, as we've got Eston Zeta Star. What a lovely bag. The bane of every sprint player. And I guess Loal is skimming to help clean up a couple things early up that they've had on their board. Blaarg still sitting with 0 garbage, but that could change depending on how Loal's able to send some spikes. And, well, I think Blaarg's just been... Okay, never mind. I was going to say, Blaarg's just... Consistent APM pressure is preventing them from having a lot of garbage, and even then, they clear it out before going into their next zone. I think it's just... Had I think 1 or 2 skims. Oh! Early top-up, but that's still 43. However, if Loal has an efficient... No!
Loal just did not have... Couldn't get that S in time, unfortunately. Still managed to cancel out a lot of Blaarg's attack here.
I think Blaarg having the early top out definitely was poised to get a lot more out of that zone, but definitely helped save Loal. Keep them around for a little bit longer, but Blaarg is still putting out a crazy amount of pressure and already back down to the main wall that they have for them. Only 2 lines of garbage below. And in fact,
fractal
from phase 3.
Yeah, a fractal from Loal there. We'll have to see how this efficiency goes. Up to 16 lines. That T misdrop cuts things short.
Ooh, I think Blaarg wanted to stack a little bit higher,
Ooh,
but
that's a lot of garbage.
Had a bit of lock out. T-spin followed by T-spin, and now Blaarg's just gonna combo through.
Yeah. Loal is, yeah, just not in a great board. Ugh.
Yeah, and look at that. Blaarg is just on a tear. 130 plus drops per minute, almost 130 on the attack per minute as well. Just the consistency is killing me.
All right.
Oh, maybe all okay. No lock here yet. I was gonna say Blaarg was
clean garbage. It's not the yeah. Pretty clean garbage so far.
Blaarg is already at max zone. Within a very short amount of time.
Loal's pretty quick to follow behind. Starts off with a T-spin double.
7 lines of straight T-spins followed by a Tetris into Blaarg's zone. And little skim there to help with things. Gets the 20. That's a
66 attack. Again, another high attack zone. Oh, that board sleeve's not looking too great for Loal. Ugh.
Oh, that
one line of garbage that was just completely off from the rest definitely threw a wrench in that.
Look at the stride from Blaarg, almost 2.5 pieces per second in TEC. Something you barely see even in Tetrio, where the speed is basically as uncapped as it gets. Oh,
yeah.
Oh, Loal unfortunately didn't have the PC. I think they were looking for it.
Nope. Unfortunately.
Again, has to be very.
I think Loal is trying to get any foothold in
here. Against Blaarg, it's not exactly easy.
Yeah, no.
And
against a good majority of these players, it's definitely going to be a very hard battle.
I like how Blaarg has been so creative with their T-spin builds, often shifting in a couple of T-spin singles and such just to keep that stack as clean as possible. And in fact, getting another Ultimatress with 65 as a result. Loal's pressure
managed to
actually.
Yeah, Loal managed to cancel out a good chunk of that, only getting 1 line of garbage. You know, Blaarg immediately going into the normal let's go.
All right, and there we go, forecasting a T-spin on Loal's board, managing to cash out. Preparing that second one. Again, with how fast they're playing, you kind of need to prepare your T-spins even before you're able to cash out on it.
We're seeing a
little bit of combo there from Loal. Does push things into phase 3 and a terrible misdrop.
Mitch manages to fix it with a mini T-spin single. That's not really going to do much for extra damage, but, you know, good way to tidy up the stack. 19 attack from Loal, 19 lines from Loal, 42 attack. We're going to have to see how Blaarg compares, but, you know, his efficiency is pretty good, so we could be seeing something completely nutty here. 59 attack, yeah, that's going to be quite a bit.
You could say that.
Finding the down stack, huge spike incoming, has to zone here to prevent a top out.
The end of the garbage is in sight, but Blaarg is really
and that Z misdrop is gonna, that IZ misdrop is gonna, that's gonna put a nail in the coffin there.
So Blaarg is up 5-0. We've been seeing Araki and Blaarg put on some very dominant performances. Going to have to see if Loal's able to turn the gears around and get a little bit of momentum their way, or if potentially we could see Blaarg and Araki go into their match completely undefeated from the rest of their group.
Nice Kaiden out of the blue from Loal there.
Oh, the eyepiece misdrop on face.
Ooh, that's very high up. That's scary. That is scary.
Another misdrop.
Oh, had to use a zone pretty early on there just to prevent himself from topping out. Has access to that Tetris well.
If they're able to get through with a lot of Tetrises, should be able to get to a full zone meter, but Blaarg is getting a PC on line 19.
Yeah, gets the old 73 attack. You don't see that much attack on ultis. You usually see that on like a curb.
And Blaarg putting a T-spin double on the field for extra credit, trying to still maintain back-to-back. And
yeah, gets a 46 attack for Fectress, but still has a huge queue of garbage incoming.
And there's the phase 3 bell, comboing down onto like 6, and they're still not seeing the end of this garbage.
Just like...
Okay, we see it. There's the end of the garbage. Quarter zone from Loal is coming out. And
so many zones, like non-stop down stacking. Just like Smash Mouth said, they don't stop coming. My goodness, that garbage queue was non-stop.
Oh man, and
Blaarg is a force to be reckoned with. That is just terrifying.
Blaarg with almost 350 zone APM, things you would usually see out of the nature of Araki or Akashi Robo, but coming out of a a tier 2 player, I don't think anyone's safe, even in the tier 1, if they're able to match against Blaarg.
This is such an intimidating player, and yet Blaarg is only tier 2. I think that goes to show the level of Tetris we're seeing here in Square One.
Fractal in Tetris from Blaarg, mad fast going into his zone.
Another Fractal incoming here.
And they're still gonna get more T-spins off of this. Look at this, almost an
61 attack in 18 lines. That is an ulti level of attack in a Perfectress.
That's about as efficient as you can build any T-spin. And T-spin triple on Blaarg's board as well, and we're already over with the set. Look at that, one attack per piece from Blaarg.
1 APP from Blaarg for nearly a full minute.
And again, what can you do in some of these situations? Just another sweep.
It's so hard. Like, Blaarg takes a sweep. Loal doing as best as he can, man. It's rough.
This is not a very friendly pool. As far as
this group stage is terrifying. Oh.
And so,
yeah, that's gonna be another full. That's gonna be another full sweep here.
Three sweeps in.
Yeah, 3 for 3, nothing but sweeps. Oh my goodness.
I guess maybe that helps the broadcast stream for everyone who's trying to make sure that they fit things in by certain times. But I mean, we're already halfway through our group right now. We've got Araki Araki and Shard, I think. Or no, Araki and Loal need 1 more match, and then everyone else needs 2.
Yep.
So
we're gonna.
Oh.
Yeah, look at this.
We're just going to shit.